Dr. Hector P. Garcia was a physician, a veteran, a civil rights advocate, a husband, and a father. Above all, he was an American, someone who saw injustices in the country he loved and decided he could do something to bring about change. At Hector Garcia Middle School, the gladiators are building an empire, and there's no better place to start than by looking at their namesake's lifelong commitment to service. The man who eventually received this country's highest civilian honor was born in Mexico in 1914, one of 10 children. The qualities that later made Dr. Hector Garcia a fierce advocate for civil rights were cultivated early in his life.
Even then, as a teenager, Hector was a leader, and he had his own crowd. He was very, very studious, always studying, and always very active, always doing something and talking about issues.
After college and medical school, Dr. Garcia joined the Army, serving in World War II and earning the Bronze Star and 6 Battle Stars. While overseas, he met his future wife Wanda in Italy. They married in 1945 and eventually had 4 children. His children's education was important to Dr. Garcia, perhaps because he faced many obstacles while in school himself.
He wanted us to excel in school. I mean, it was like straight A's or nothing. And that's the way his father was with his children. So that's where he got that. He was not too interested in us having a strong social life. He didn't want us dating. You know, he didn't want boys around us. He wanted us to study, and that's what he wanted us to do.
Dr. Garcia settled his family in Corpus Christi and started his medical practice. Known as Dr. Hector, he treated patients regardless of their ability to pay. He was frustrated by the lack of health care and services for Mexican-American veterans after World War II. In 1948, he formed the American GI Forum, a civil rights and veterans advocacy group.
It was crowded, very definitely was crowded, and I was a young man compared to the other veterans. But we were there, and I didn't know until after they started talking that it was going to be an organizational meeting. You know, do you want this and do you want that? And we voted here and voted there, and you know, I don't remember raising my hand, yes, and that's how we started, you know. But from then on, you know, the doctor carried the organization forward to many different places.
Dr. Garcia fought against discrimination, be it poor conditions at labor camps, disparities at segregated schools, and a case that brought national attention: a Mexican-American soldier denied a proper funeral service because of his race.
He was impatient for the cause, but not impatient with people. I think maybe the fact that he worked in the medical profession and dealt with people all day long gave him a kind of patience and a sense of compassion about individuals and real people. And then he had this larger impact as well, about which he was impatient. But the combination of the two in one life, literally in every given day, made him a very special human being.
Dr. Garcia wasn't always popular for his beliefs, but he continued to stand up for them, even in the face of threats.
It was very hard growing up in Corpus Christi because of who he was. And he was so hated because he wanted to change the system. And he believed that the Constitution granted rights to everyone and people weren't following it.
Though he became an advisor to politicians, Dr. Garcia was the champion of the common man. His tireless efforts were recognized in 1984, when President Ronald Reagan awarded him the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor.
He wore that medal everywhere. He went to Luby's with it, he went to every event with it, he never took it off. He was so proud of that medal. And he was, I'm sure that was a highlight of his life, all the awards that he got and recognition, but that was the most important to him.
Dr. Garcia devoted his life to service. Service to his country in the military, service to the patients in his medical practice, and service to his community through the work of the American GI Forum. Though he died in 1996, his legacy lives on. Hector Garcia Middle School is one of 5 schools across the state and nation named in his honor.
Schools ought to be named for heroic figures that set an example of how to live, of how to make a difference, of how we can make the world better because we're here. And Dr. Garcia was the classic example of how you can make the world better because of his work, because of he lived.
Hector Garcia Middle School is the 17th Northside Middle School and was built with funds from the voter-approved School Bond 2007. It's located on Kyle Seal Parkway outside Loop 1604. The school is already home to 1,300 students. Their collective mission is rising to the challenge, working together to create a school known for academic achievement. The faculty and students strive to embody the strength and determination the Gladiator mascot represents. Inside the classroom and out, the goal is to never give up. Whether tackling new topics in the science lab or practicing instruments in the band hall, students are doing what it takes to be successful. Unique school design features include an impressive entryway, a multi-level cafeteria, and a track around the football field. It's called the Coliseum, but the only time gladiators engage in combat is during outdoor theater rehearsals. Spacious facilities for woodshop, choir, and orchestra gives students and staff plenty of workspace to master their creative talents. With thousands of new books to choose from, plenty of comfortable seating, and access to computers, the library is a popular place for students. Technology is top-notch at the wireless campus. All teachers use laptop computers and docking stations that connect to printers and ceiling-mounted projectors. An integrated security system, including almost 100 surveillance cameras, is another tool for administrators and police to help keep students safe. The motto of the American GI Forum is "Education is our freedom, and freedom should be everybody's business." At Hector Garcia Middle School, everyone is involved in the learning process.
Having a strong faculty, having students that are well prepared, having a community that is very supportive, and parents that are extremely involved, we can do some great things at Hector Garcia Middle School.